This is the Federal Reserve, and instead of making gold coins, it creates paper money and controls how much is printed each year in the United States.
Oh, so that's why our money says Federal Reserve on it.
More like Federal Rejects! They really set themselves up for that one.
Not your best work, Gabby. The Federal Reserve has printed so much money since it was started in 1913, the dollar is now worth only 5% of what it was back then. That means that if $1 could buy you 10 beautiful lollipops in 1913, that same dollar could only buy half of one lollipop in your time.
Inflation is so cruel.
That's how the inflation monster works, and it grows every day.
This is horrifying. Why doesn't anyone do something about it?
Well, people can't see the inflation monster as clearly as you can right now, because prices creep up slowly over time.
So how bad can it get if we don't stop the inflation monster?
Let's head to Zimbabwe in 2008.
For the people who work numbers, I am giving you free advice that those of you who are holding dollars, you surely might go into losses. You better do what you must do, because this market is going to be different in a couple of weeks.
Nasty.
What up, Cat? Big Cab from the Giddy.
Dooski, bitch.
This motherfucking Gab in the bitch. It's a bitch ass day for you bitch ass bitches, so we about to wake you bitches up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man.
Diggy.
Hey, I know they're probably wondering like why you start the video like that. But look, it's getting crazy in the US. The US dollar, feel me, it might not have no value soon. So feel me, that's what we about to get into in the video, man.
Real. The money phone,
it don't be the
money phone, throw him in the trash, goddamn.
Okay. They're gonna be like, the spread, that's gonna be $3 on you. The niggas got the whole body filled. That's $3 on you.
Not even.
That's tough.
But look, I got this video I put together, man. We just gonna react to it, and feel me. At any time y'all want me to, at any time y'all need me to pause it. Oh wait, we gonna wait till Gab get back. But nah, it's getting real in the U.S., man, and I think not too many people is talking about it. I mean,
not too many people know.
Not too many people even know. But
that's
look,
the
bro,
thing.
I was literally just trying to find some whatever videos just to react to on this pod, and I ended up coming across this. I'm like, oh nah, this is crazy for real. So
hold on. So this we talking about back 2000, 2001.
Oh yeah. So this right here, feel me, before we get into it, before we get into the title, like, feel me, what TikTok even got to do with all this, I thought I should give a little history lesson on, feel me, on the history of the U.S. and what they really be doing.
Hold on, I think before you get into that, I think it's important to highlight that the U.S., we like the biggest like producer of oil, but Saudi Arabia is, I think Saudi Arabia and China is the biggest exporters of oil. So you feel me? Like they moving the most of it type shit.
Yeah.
Hey, don't we still? Oh wait, never mind.
But the thing about, what was you about to say?
No, I was about to say, don't we still get oil from them?
But
we
look,
still trade. We gotta trade through them and shit. But that kind of get into,
But oil is a big part of the U.S. is like that's like what give the U.S. value down there. But the video gonna break it down. Like as we get through this, it's all gonna make sense. So I'm gonna go ahead and play it.
In October 2000, the president of Iraq, Saddam Hussein, announced they would no longer be selling oil in US dollars, only in euros. Which on the surface is an innocent change. What's the big deal? The big deal is that Iraq has the 5th largest petroleum reserves in the world, and in the 2000s it had become the world's 5th largest oil producer. So when Hussein decided to start selling oil in euros instead of dollars, the US wasn't too happy. By February 2003, he has sold over 3 billion barrels of oil for 26 billion euros. A month later, the US invaded Iraq.
My fellow citizens, at this hour, American and coalition forces are in the early stages of military operations to disarm Iraq, to free its people, and to defend the world from grave danger.
In an operation ironically called Operation Iraqi Freedom. They overthrew Saddam, and by June, just 4 months later, the country was back to selling oil in dollars. Years later, a number of US officials started to let the truth seep out. Former head of US operations in Iraq, General John Abizaid, said, "Of course it's about oil. We can't really deny that." Former Fed Chairman Alan Greenspan wrote in his memoir that, quote, "I'm saddened that it's politically inconvenient to acknowledge what everyone knows. The Iraq War is largely about oil," end quote. And former Defense Secretary Chuck Hagel said the same in 2007. Quote, "People say we're not fighting for oil. Of course we are," end quote. Venezuela, 2002. Coincidentally, Venezuela also has large oil reserves. In fact, they have the largest proven oil reserves in the world. At the time, Hugo Chavez was in charge of Venezuela as the dictator president. But Chavez, a die-hard anti-American leader, was about to make the same grave mistake that Saddam Hussein made. He planned to start selling oil for euros instead of the mighty American dollar. Well, we can't have that now, can we? So in 2002, the US backed a coup against Chavez, which ultimately failed, but it crippled the country and its economy. Empires are built on oil. Yet despite having the largest oil reserves in the world, today Venezuela is one of the poorest economies in the world. Do other factors play into that? Many. We've talked about a few of them on this channel before. But going against the US is probably a big no-no. Libya, 2009. Eerily similar to Venezuela and Iraq, Libya has the largest oil reserves in Africa, and they weren't doing that bad. They did a great job managing all those oil revenues, building up a 143-ton gold reserve according to WikiLeaks. They had the highest GDP per capita in Africa, and Libya was on track to become the most influential country in Africa. And also similar to Venezuela and Iraq, Muammar Gaddafi, the leader of Libya, suggested in African countries buy oil from Libya using a new currency backed by their giant gold reserves instead of US dollars. In other words, they wanted to sell oil in exchange for gold instead of US dollars, and other major African governments were ready to support. But I think we can all guess what happened next. NATO led a military coalition into Libya in the name of freedom, of course, and on August 20th, 2011, Muammar Gaddafi was executed by Libyan militias, backed by US drone strikes. Years later, it was discovered in Hillary Clinton's emails that NATO really wanted to overthrow Gaddafi's government, mainly because of this plan for an African gold-backed currency, supported by Libya's oil reserves. This was Libya before, and this is Libya today. A failed state with widespread poverty and an ongoing civil war. Why? Because each of these countries tried to break away from using the dollar as payment for their oil, and each of them faced the consequences of America's wrath. Out of all of them, none were able to recover from America's interventions in the name of freedom and in taking down an axis of evil.
And their terrorist allies constitute an axis of evil, servants of evil, the cult of evil, a monumental struggle of good versus evil.
And they usually ended up far worse than they were before. All these countries had problems, but all of these countries had huge economic potential despite their dictator leaders. But as soon as they moved away from selling oil in dollars, the US swooped in and quickly put an end to the party. And they're not alone. Which begs the question, why is it so important for oil to be only sold in US dollars? What's the big deal? Why is America so quick to liberate people as soon as this oil for dollars arrangement is threatened?
Alright.
They might gonna end it on the cliffhanger.
Nah, but look, that's a good ass question though, right? Like why every time that the oil exchange in dollars is threatened, the US want to go to war or attack the? That's a good question.
Mm-hmm. Right. But you know what else is crazy, bro? Like Saddam Hussein, Muammar Gaddafi, all them niggas. In the media, they portray them like Oh no, they hit that nigga. They crazy ass niggas.
Exactly.
Whole time, nigga, they just trying to change the currency. You know what I mean? So that's what makes it even wilder. Like,
and I'm glad you said that because we gonna bring that back up later when we talk about TikTok. But look, in the next video, that question is gonna get answered.
Putin announced this week that Russia will begin using the Chinese yuan for international payments instead of the dollar. Saudi Arabia is also in talks with Beijing to do the same thing. Speaking of Saudi Arabia, meanwhile, they are in talks with Iran as well to consider an economic alliance with China and Russia. And they can even be joining the BRIC countries, which is an acronym for these countries here, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. These countries all have emerging economies. So what happens if our economy and the U.S. dollar are no longer the world's dominant currency? Former Assistant Treasury Secretary and host of the Monica Crowley podcast, Monica Crowley, is here to weigh in. Monica, great to see you this morning. Let's start right there. What happens if these emerging economies move away from the U.S. dollar towards the Chinese yuan?
Well, good morning, Will. It's great to be with you. And it's really hard to overstate exactly how catastrophic the abandonment of the U.S. dollar would be as the world's global reserve currency. Look, since the end of World War II, the dollar has been the safe place to go, and it's been backed up by a couple of things. It originally was backed up by gold, but President Nixon took us off the gold standard, so there's no hard asset backing up the dollar anymore for the last 50 years. But also it's been backed up by the strength and economic power of the United States and the fact that oil has always been traded in dollars. If that
y'all get it?
Well, she said two crazy things. One, there's no physical asset to back up the dollar.
Exactly.
So gold does not back up the US dollar. But that doesn't make gold not valuable no more. It just means that it has no backing for the US dollar.
Right. But go ahead. Finish.
I was just gonna say, now if the global currency were to switch, China is already talking about backing they shit with gold. You feel me? So they wouldn't be reliant upon oil like we are and have to go to war every time somebody threatened that. You feel me? Because they still got the gold to back them.
Right.
What you was gonna say?
I was gonna say that's the answer to the previous question. The only thing keeping the dollar alive is oil. That's literally the only thing. So anytime that's threatened, the whole system is threatened. That's why these niggas go to war over that shit.
But it's so crazy because at this point you just seen BRIC, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and whoever else the last one was.
Right.
You feel me? But these niggas is all and they said they emerging economies. You feel me? So they all have something individual to offer to themselves. And Saudi Arabia and Russia is just as high as we are in terms of oil production type shit. You feel me? We still the highest, but what make us the highest is, like Keon said, is the US dollar. You feel me? That trading oil in dollars is what make us valuable.
Right, because you got to always come through us.
Right.
Exactly.
And at this point, it's slow. Like, you got all these other countries that's like, nah, we not going no more.
And what's even more extreme, if the only thing that's making us powerful is oil, we get everything from China, bro. Trying to tell y'all, we get everything from China. If China not fucking with us, like it's really showing you, like, it's not gonna be no. I feel like it's already been a Cold War type shit because China being controlling us. You feel me? They the ones made TikTok. You feel me? And I don't want to go too far into that because Keon got a lot to show niggas about that. But like, we get everything from them. Everything say made in China. You feel me? You always hear somebody in a sweatshop in China making your Jordans and shit. You feel me? Like, you hear that a lot as a joke, but it's reality for real. Because a lot of the shit we wear, a lot of the shit we use is coming from China. So if they taking advantage of that and get putting out apps, all these niggas in America, they love apps. They love viral moments. Get these niggas TikTok. You feel me? If they controlling us through that shit, you feel me? And then they gonna take away the only thing that make our currency valuable type shit. They defeating us on all. They know a war is coming type shit. They just defeating us on all fronts to where it's like, all right, now y'all just gonna have to go to war with everybody though. Cause we got everybody in alliance with us.
It's gonna be world war, definitely. Because if we fall out, we risk becoming like a third world country or some shit now. Like,
bro, literally
falling off.
Bro, that's the definition of falling off. We was top tier. What? We about to be third world.
Yeah, that's like Drake, nigga.
No cap.
Honestly, never mind.
Bro, you know what? And Drake could just bang out Canada.
What?
I didn't have to be in America. I was out here because it was lit. I'm gonna go back. You feel me? That's crazy. We don't. You feel me? Like, it's really crazy when you get to thinking about that. Because now niggas is. Then white people will start thinking, you know what? America really wasn't my homeland anyway.
That is crazy, bro. That's crazy. Then they go try to like that's yours. Yeah, y'all can have it now.
Yeah, no, that's when they
y'all can have it now.
Because it's crazy at this point, bro. They don't want to call Native Americans black people. When really Native Americans was probably black. You feel me? Let's be real. The people that they seen when they got to America was probably black. You feel me? They just called them Native Americans. You feel me? To not call them. They don't have no other. You feel me? Indian. Like they got all these other words except they was African. You feel me? So
that's the craziest excuse. They say the reason why you don't be seeing them because they got killed. But it's like, nah, nigga, that's not even that good.
We all
extinct. They right here in your face, nigga. What you talking about?
Hey, but that's when they gonna give us the land back though. When they ruin the shit, like. You know what? This was y'all shit. I'm not gonna lie. This is y'all shit.
Oh God, bro!
They on the dollar back in the day. Y'all loved it. That shit don't work. Man.
They go.
George Washington, nigga, that was y'all's nigga.
They gonna take our shit, fuck it up, and once it's all fucked up, you can have it back.
And announce that they the ones that really gotta go back to their homeland. Right. Oh, we from England for real. We from Spain for real. Like y'all niggas know it's y'all shit.
All right, let me play the rest of the video, man.
Were to end, that would mean the end of the U.S. dollar. Look, there is a perfect storm happening right now, Will. The world's reserve currency being that, having that status has been a real privilege, but we've abused the privilege by wholly reckless monetary and fiscal policies over many years, certainly over the last couple of years, which has really devalued the dollar. On top of that, now you do have this perfect storm of Biden's weakness, his war on American domestic energy production, the Ukraine war, and as you point out, because of all of these things, we've got America's enemies led by China forming a new economic bloc. And all it would take at this point now, because we're at this pivotal moment, Will, is for Saudi Arabia, who has indicated that they're open to this, to say, you know what, we're going to be open to considering other currencies to trade in oil. If that were to happen, there would be a complete implosion of the global economic system, but certainly the American economic system. And if that were to happen, you'd be looking at sky-high inflation, just raging Weimar Republic kind of inflation. If you think inflation is bad now, just wait. But more importantly, we would lose our economic dominance and we would lose our superpower status.
Monica, the world's reserve currency, you said it's a privilege for the United States for the dollar to have been the world's currency. How does that relate to each individual American? How has that changed or impacted or improved our lives throughout the last several decades?
Yeah, I mean, it's given the United States incredible dominance in the world in terms of the economic system and in terms of trade. It's kept prices down. So whether it's energy prices, whether it's your food prices, the entire global economic system is reliant on the safe and secure dollar. But that is no longer true, again, because we've been printing money like crazy and devalued the power of the dollar and the value of the dollar. But on top of it now, again, oil is the critical linchpin of this. If Saudi Arabia decides to join with America's enemies here and start trading oil in different currencies, that is going to undermine the entire global economic system. And here at home, you know what it's going to mean for us? It's going to mean raging inflation, so much worse than anything we have ever experienced, Will. And I'll tell you, they're setting it up so that they can then come to the rescue by introducing central bank digital currencies. If they were to do that, and the United States already has a pilot program, that means the loss of your individual economic freedom, because the government will have total access and control of everything you buy and sell, and the ability to turn it off like that.
Ominous warning. I hear you. Saudi Arabia is the tipping point. Oil trading in dollars is the tipping.
Bruh.
Bro,
Bruh.
is that on a like did you have to watch that entire clip to see that little part, or could you rewind it a little bit?
No, I can rewind it.
Let me hear exactly what she said at the end, because that's a little wild.
Central bank digital currency. Experienced, Will. And I'll tell you, they're setting it up so that they can then come to the rescue by introducing central bank digital currencies. If they were to do that, and the United States already has a pilot program, that means the loss of your individual economic freedom, because the government will have total access and control of everything you buy and sell, and the ability to turn it off like that.
Ominous warning. I hear you.
But the crazy part about that is they already have one. It's called crypto.
Yeah, bro.
And that's literally what she's saying. It's nasty work.
Bro.
It's disgusting work.
It's a crazy plan. It's a crazy plan that, like, it make me wonder, like, okay, they say we against, like, those are our enemies, but they kind of working together for the same plan.
Gotta be in bed.
Yeah.
Gotta be in bed, because at this point, she said they sending it up. They've been sending it up. Sending it up to who? Who y'all gotta talk to?
Right, because we the big dogs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Who y'all talking to? Oh, we said we gotta correlate. We gotta communicate with China. And you feel what you mean? We making a central currency? You feel me? Right now, that's what's so disgusting about, you feel me? It's like a because y'all know me and Dusky, we heavily into crypto. You feel me?
It's crazy.
It's kind of like a good thing and a bad thing at the same time.
But look, this my thing, like, bruh. This something we probably can't even get around. Like that. I feel like this shit is coming and it's gonna happen. Like whether we really like it or not, everything might come to shit. But like, I feel like the crypto shit is gonna happen. So the fact that niggas is in it is good, but at the same time, it's a whole nother level of control that these people got.
It's a signal. It's signifying us submitting to the next, you feel me, the New World Order type shit.
Yeah.
Because the New World Order is this central currency, you feel me? Everything through the government. So being ahead on it is like you said, is good, but for her to say they sending it up, she said exactly what you just said, bro. She basically just confirmed the fact that they created this problem, bro.
Right.
Back when they got rid of the gold standard, they
Right.
created this problem.
Exactly.
Man,
Because why would they even agree to trade for something that isn't worth shit?
Bro.
Y'all know gold been worth shit forever.
Back when they got rid of it,
The
you know how long
longest.
ago that was, bro?
She said 50 years ago.
Bro, this shit been in the works. Like,
She said Nixon did that shit, nigga.
yeah.
Secret weapons for silent wars, bro. COVID and the vaccine, mind you, they just came out and said, bro, everything that like was a conspiracy about the vaccine is now it's like the truth. Like the nigga that made I don't know if it's like Pfizer or who it is, but some of the niggas that's getting like that was advertising that the vaccine get rid of COVID, they getting sued in class act lawsuits. You feel me? Like all of this shit is backwards. If they really put some shit in, whatever the vaccine really did, you feel me? That shit is in people's body. You feel me?
Right.
It could be making them depressed. It could be making them susceptible to disease. It could be making them crave shit.
It could be making them they or them.
Gay.
Wow. Making niggas, it's transforming niggas.
Transforming them Autobots. Roll out.
Whoa.
Decepticons. These niggas is Decepticons.
Decepticons is crazy.
Bro, that. Bro.
Hey, nah, I like that.
That is crazy. We might start calling Decepticons.
Hey. You trying to see?
All right, hold on. I gotta play the rest because
Saudi Arabia is the tipping.
Yesterday in reordering.
But nah, I'm glad you said you spoke on the New World Order because that's what bro about to get in right here.
Russia and China just took major steps yesterday in reordering the world order, creating what many are calling a new world order. And I would argue that that's correct. When you're literally taking the world off of a U.S. reserve currency and you're shifting the entire power dynamic to Russia and China and BRICS nations, that is a new world order. And you're watching it unfold right before our eyes. This is a moment in history we'll be able to tell our children about the decline of U.S. hegemony, the rise of what we're seeing right now. And so, yeah, we had Putin and Xi Jinping, of course, with their big meetings over the past few days, saying goodbye early this morning as Xi Jinping was flying out. And they accomplished a lot. They signed a multi-part economic and military framework. They're going to use Chinese currency to settle trades instead of the U.S. dollar. Think about that for a minute. They're going to be using the Chinese yuan to settle trades instead of using U.S. currency.
Now, not only does that account for a large part of the global population because of the size of China and Russia, but they are also encouraging, and President Putin is encouraging other nations to do the same in Africa, in South America, in Latin America. Where else? He mentioned 3 different places. And so those places that are suffering from Western sanctions are absolutely motivated to try to do that. Because if you are, say, Argentina, and you would like to, continue to finish your nuclear reactors in order to get affordable energy to your people, but you are suffering from Western sanctions and the West continues to lean on you to sanction Russia, you can say, okay, I don't need to deal with this then. I have options now. Right.
And that's the key, right, is the options for them. And regardless of how you feel about it, I mean, this is a major, major story that the West is completely downplaying. They're much more concerned about Trump being arrested than anything else. They don't even want you to know the decline of the U.S. economy right now and the banking crisis. Like all the headlines are about storms in California, which they're big, and Trump being arrested. But never mind what's actually going on with this unipolar disaster and the multipolar rise that we're seeing. The U.S. just announced they're getting ready for war with China and Russia simultaneously because we can't just do one without the other, right? See, this is what happens when people start to lose power. They get very dangerous, and the U.S. is quickly losing power. This week, Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin announced their new 2024 military budget, which aims directly at China. And get this is unbelievable. It includes a 40% increase in spending to attack China. The Pentagon recently said China is, quote, the most comprehensive and serious challenge to the U.S. national security strategy. Here's Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin pushing for this new China war funding.
This is a strategy-driven budget and one driven by the seriousness of our strategic competition with the People's Republic of China. This budget will help us continue to implement our 2022 National Defense Strategy and the President's National Security Strategy.
So the U.S. national security is under attack because China is becoming an economic superpower. They want you to believe that your house and your backyard are going to have Chinese soldiers in it very soon. This is how they will scare you. Better watch out if you're grilling in your backyard barbecue because some Chinese soldiers are about to steal your hot dogs. They really want you to be scared. They're doing a good job of it.
In order to protect the American people, readiness now and readiness in the future through modernization is our number one priority, and there is no other number one. Right now, the international system is under stress. For the first time in our nation's history, the United States is facing two major nuclear powers whose vital national security interests are in competition with the United States.
They are hoping that you'll be scared, so you'll want to go to war to protect your hot dogs or your hamburgers. Even Governor Ron DeSantis is pushing this threat narrative, playing on the fear of a Chinese attack.
My view in terms of U.S. national security is that our number one threat by far is China and the CCP. They're strong militarily, they're strong economically, they've got the largest industrial base in human history, and they have ambitions.
So everyone is on board with this threat, and we need to spend billions more in this new budget to protect you. That's what they're telling you. They're calling it their Pacific Deterrence Initiative. That's the name of it. Deterrence. That's a good one. We're going to deter China and Russia by provoking them in their freaking backyards. The United States this week announced 4 new military bases will be built in the Philippines. The goal of these bases is for war with China. That brings the total number of U.S. military bases to 754 worldwide. Can you imagine? The United States has 754 military bases around the world. Just wrap your heads around that for a moment. But it's all just to deter them. They think we're stupid. The Chinese Foreign Minister Qin Zhang warned earlier this month that if the U.S. doesn't change its course on its military buildup in the Asia Pacific and other policies aimed at China, it will lead to conflict and confrontation. So Washington has a death wish, and they're going to get us all killed if they don't want to back off. But they won't because of what I'm about to show you, and this is the most important part. So the United States just announced it's getting ready for war with China and Putin at the same time for a very important reason. Chinese President Xi Jinping and Russian President Vladimir Putin are about to completely alter the international power structure and the monetary system. This is why they're getting ready for war. No other reason. The biggest story in the world happened this week in Moscow, and your mainstream media ignored it. This week, Xi Jinping and Vladimir Putin signed 14 different documents in their face-to-face meeting. The biggest had to do with trade and currency. It's perhaps the biggest story in the world right now, but again, the U.S. media was obsessed with something else.
He could be days away from becoming the first former president to be indicted.
Donald Trump is under multiple criminal inquiries.
If he's about to be arrested, it almost certainly means he's going to be indicted.
The media wants you distracted from the U.S. banking crisis and the decline of the U.S. dollar. Can you imagine? Probably the most important story in the world happened this week, and it almost got no attention.
What y'all's thoughts on that?
Wow,
and I want y'all to notice where these videos is coming from. I want y'all to notice that.
Nah, no cap, bro. All 3 of these hoes.
But my shit froze. It probably died. But what's y'all thoughts on that?
Mannequin challenge. It's like that.
For one, I want to start with the fact that you're seeing all these videos on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's crazy because anything that's U.S. sanctioned, like Instagram, Twitter, Google, YouTube, you feel me? Anything that's based in the U.S. is not going to have information like this. That shit is going to be blocked, and that shit is going to be deleted. We've personally seen, you feel me, shit from our page get taken down for whatever reason. You feel me? The shit about LeBron, that shit got stripped from.
And they ain't say nothing about it. They just took it down. No warning.
They just took it down. They didn't give us no warning. They didn't whatever is wrong with it, they can't tell us that that's what's wrong with it. You feel me? So it's like it's so much being kept from us. We so far from the surface. Like he was saying, they want to scare us into supporting war. Bro, nobody in America is ready to go to war, bro. Or no, I ain't gonna say nobody. Half of America or the majority of America is but the majority of Americans is obese. Did y'all know that?
Oh God, bro. And the other third is they or them, bro. Like
or soft. Like they not even built for war.
Niggas is built for watching TV.
Nigga, we gonna be in the first round picks, man. All of us lottery picks, bro. Like,
bro, what? Nigga, I need her, nigga. Her. Ass body. She got all type of meat on her bones. But the rest of the world is the average weight probably 150 pounds, bro. The rest of the world, bro, the average bank account is probably like $100. You feel me? Like most of the world do not live like America. You feel me? Yeah. Even in the nicest places in the world, them people is not, you feel me, living like that. You feel me? They living off the land type shit. They rich off the land type shit. They not rich in terms of money type shit. They trading, bro. People still trade and barter and all that around the world. Like America, we so privileged, bro. But it's because we so far removed from the surface. Right. And TikTok is a perfect example of that because you only seeing shit like this on TikTok, but it's also the only platform that's not regulated by the United States type shit.
Right. Not FDA approved.
And y'all peep how they try to use safety as like, I don't even know but they use the fear of your safety being compromised as a way to get you to like go along with whatever their plan is.
Yeah. But what I think is so crazy is the fact that I still think that they backdooring us, bro. You feel me? Like,
yeah, because all these niggas is friends still. Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
You feel me? It ain't like we ain't seen Putin meet with our leaders.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So it's a big deal when they meet and they sign documents and shit, but they'll never tell us what our meetings was about with Putin and with Ling Jing. You feel me?
Exactly.
They'll never tell us about that shit, but they'll just show us them niggas shaking hands and smiling at the camera and shit. You feel me? But the U.S. just as much a part of that shit. And at the end of the day, we all know, you feel me? It ain't even about country for real, because the people that's in control is families. You feel me? And bloodline. You feel
exactly.
Me? So they gonna paint the narrative however they want to paint it.
Yeah.
Plus, they not backdoor. They gonna backdoors, but it's not about to be. Y'all not about to scare us into it. We already seen this coming from a mile away. You feel me? Back when y'all took away the gold standard, y'all was all in on this. You feel me? It was always a plan for whatever's happening right now. It was always a plan for this shit to happen.
They down there singing happy birthday and shit. All right,
for example, if you look at for example, the coverage of China in the Western press or in remarks by Western officials, in particular U.S. officials, they often refer to China as the biggest, or top challenge or biggest threat to the U.S. existence. How do you understand that kind of allegation or criticism?
You can understand why they are worried about like a country like China, because China is working in the opposite direction to them. China is working to free other people and free itself from being plundered, from being humiliated. This is the country that the USA is a country that has thrived, survived, prospered from slave trade, cross-Atlantic slave trade. They enslaved the Africans for centuries. They plundered the resources of Latin America, the resources of Africa, the resources of Asia. They plundered even the resources of Europe. This is the country, if plunder today, exploitation of other people is removed, the USA will not be the powerful country that it is today. If there's equality in the dealings with each other, the USA ceases because it doesn't know how to deal with other people on an equal basis, with other nations on an equal basis. It gets lost. It's worried today with the multipolar world that is emerging because its hegemonic interests are being threatened. It's not China per se, it's the interests of the Americans that are being threatened with a world that is more equal, that is more fair, that is more just. They can't survive in that world because their methods of existence are based on plundering other nations, on humiliating other nations, on exploiting other nations.
Well, a related question, I would cite is, the Chinese efforts to broker, basically a peace deal for Saudi Arabia and Iran to resume their diplomatic ties. And then you see the Chinese efforts to create some conditions for peace or for ceasefire between Russia and Ukraine in this Ukraine crisis. But then if you look at the reaction or response from the US side, they try to dismiss the Chinese efforts or belittle the Chinese efforts as something else. Why is that kind of response? The Chinese efforts basically have been welcomed by the rest of the world. People see that as very positive, more peace, more stability in the Middle East, more reconciliation. What's wrong with that?
A world that is peaceful is not suitable for the United States because it prospers from conflict. It sets one humble nation against the other. It does not help to remove conflicts. It always creates conflicts. When you look at the conflicts that have existed in the world since 1776, when the USA was formed, the USA usually has a hand in it. When it doesn't have a hand in it, it doesn't work to resolve those conflicts. It works to perpetuate those conflicts because it thrives from conflict. It benefits from conflicts. When the world is divided, it becomes easier to exploit. It becomes easier to plunder. A united people cannot be plundered. A united people cannot be exploited. A united people cannot be made to fight each other and prosper. This is the country that benefits from wars. It prospers from wars. It creates wars as a business to make profits from. It makes profits from wars.
Wow, man! But look, he said basically the U.S. thrives off like conflict, bro. And if that ain't the truest thing, even the people of the U.S.
internally,
it thrives off conflict, like
part like domestic affairs, like
yeah.
The beef between just the black and white and the rich and poor,
male and female, like
the Democrat, Republican, male and female, like you said, like trans, LGBTQ, everybody else, like it's you can't even identify as nothing without it being a problem type shit.
Right.
Like, there's no way, like in any other country, like or most other countries, that's an issue type shit. But
and this is the only country, bro, where a nigga come with peace, they kill that nigga and then give him a day or something. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this that one nigga that tried to give peace day, but y'all the niggas that killed him though. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, oh God, like we gonna pay homage to his ass, but we got his ass out of here. He was disturbing the real peace, and that's what's crazy. Like, oh, that's another thing that this one made me think about. Like, ultimately, this could be bad for us just because of the state that we in and what we used to, and you feel me, just what we programmed to think. But it could be good ultimately for the rest of the world. Like, it could be the idea of world peace.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like it's gonna get crazy because it's just a whole some new shit that we not used to. But on the other side of it, it could come out as a good thing. But it gotta get ugly first.
Bro, it's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get to the point where it's like, because the way he was explaining it was like, shit, since we was formed in 1700s, nigga, most of the world conflicts we was like instigating. You feel me? We gonna play big bro over here, but yeah, y'all over there fighting and shit, but we started that shit. You feel me? Or we playing both sides. We giving them weapons and we they allies. Or so, you feel me? Like the United States been doing that, so now it's like everybody teaming up against them or against us. And if we go to war about it, like that's just proving, like, all right, nigga, y'all was the hold up this whole time. It shouldn't be 2023 and it's still what it is. And then we so oblivious to what's going on in the world. We don't understand why racism still exists, like, to Americans in general, bro. Like, black people, we don't realize it, but they making the USA is doing a good job of making the rest of the world hate Black Americans. Because we used to this American way of life, which is, compared to the rest of the world, a lavish lifestyle, a privileged lifestyle. You feel me? The shit we get to do, a lot of people can't do. You feel me? A lot of people gotta work for a living, like literally wake up, go empty the wells, go plant some seed.
You got it sweet.
walk the giraffe. You feel me? Like we gotta nigga, wake up, nigga, bowl of cereal, nigga, roll up, nigga.
We arguing on Twitter, nigga.
This nigga Blueface, crazy. You feel me? Like we live a ignorant, like obnoxious life compared to the rest of the world. So when, like, cause what they big on right now, what I'm seeing is they trying to pit like Africans that's not from America against Africans from America. And they trying to make it like a thing where we hate each other type shit. But it's the USA doing that, bro.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, but y'all gonna see that, bro. Like, if y'all ain't been seeing it already, y'all gonna start seeing that, bro, because they trying to push that shit. I don't know why.
And it warps your mind, bro. Like, you know, it's so funny, bro. If we went to like Greece or like some other country, niggas would be like, who is you? Like, you LeBron or something? Like, niggas would probably think you beastie just because you black. Like, other countries is different. Like,
bro, and you know what that made me think too? I'm glad you said that. If I go to another country, bro, I'm gonna try my best to dress like them and to, you feel me, just adopt their culture. You feel me? Because I don't even want y'all to treat me like the niggas y'all think is, you feel me?
Yeah.
I want y'all to treat me like somebody y'all just don't know, but he from here or something. You feel me? I ain't going down there with chains on.
Exactly.
Niggas be out there bust down.
Looking like a lick.
With a 3-5 and he feel me? Got some drink on him, like, nigga, you in Greece. Nigga, chill your ass out.
But you doing that, you showing them no respect. For real.
And that's another thing too. That's why they don't fuck with us, bro. Y'all don't respect shit.
Bro, cause I heard some nigga from America got killed at the what is it the soccer thing,
World Cup,
the Olympics, the World Cup. I guess it was like in the Middle East, and they like killed him because he was gay, because he was like wearing that shirt and shit. They wasn't going, bro.
But you know what's crazy? That's wild.
Hey, you gotta respect the culture. Don't
that's what. Yeah,
you
can't. Exactly, bro.
That's crazy.
You gotta respect it.
That's why I'm saying we got it sweet in America. Niggas got it sweet.
You can transform a Decepticon.
You
can take that shit out there, nigga.
You get sliced up.
Nigga, who we be? Nigga, we're slicing you all the way down.
I think it's one more video left. Oh yeah. This nigga came on like a robot, like Dusky.
I'm sure everyone saw the president of Kenya who made a warning to everyone, an announcement, and said that if you hold dollars, you probably want to get rid of them as fast as possible, because in a few weeks, everything's going to change. So let me explain. Here's what happens when the Saudis and OPEC dump the dollar as the international reserve currency for petroleum. Day one, the markets will immediately start to tank. Inflation within a week, maybe two, will start to rise by 50 to 70%.
Damn.
Everyday items that you could walk in the grocery store and grab will now be so expensive, you're barely walking out with 2 or 3 things. The dollar at that point will be worthless, because it was at one time on the gold standard, and it was taken off. The only thing the dollar had before was that it now was backed by oil, and that's now gone. So the US dollar at that point will have absolutely no value. Next, Congress will try to implement some type of pricing control. They'll immediately pass through some sort of bill, which will do everything in its power to keep pricing low. This will cover everything from groceries, goods, services, utilities. But at that point, the damage will already be done. Here's where their problem begins. Within a few weeks, about 70% of the population of the U.S. will find themselves unemployed. With the dollar now worthless, people won't be going anywhere or doing anything to spend any money, A, because they won't have it, and B, the value of the dollar is done. And this is where the real problem begins. With a large section of the population now unemployed, crime will start. Crime on a scale that no one has ever seen. With people now desperate to do whatever it takes to put food on the table, to take care of themselves and their families. Lawlessness will be found in every corner of the country. Law enforcement.
What'd you about to say?
I'm already thinking about who am I finna blast, who am I finna rob. Like,
Nah,
it's real.
Kev, you in the wrong bag. You in the wrong bag. You in the wrong bag.
70%.
You in the wrong bag.
Do you know
bro.
how crazy that is? 70%.
Nah, listen though. Listen.
Someone
we
gotta
talk
die,
about
bro.
it. Hold on, let's finish the video. We can talk
Will be
about it.
found in every corner of the country.
It's crazy.
Law enforcement and even the National Guard will only have a minimal impact due to the millions and millions of people that will be taken to the streets. Now comes a plan that you knew about all along, but the plan that you can't stop. This is when the government introduces the CBDC, the central bank digital currency. Everyone is going to be told they're going to have money digitally deposited into their account, which will be available immediately. And the state, the nation will be in at that point. Everyone will be glad to accept the new currency. You see, the plan isn't to fight you. The plan isn't to try to take you over. The plan is to make you desperate and then offer a solution that you'll gladly accept. And in order to do this, they just need to control.
All right, man. Let's talk about it. All right, Cam, bro. You said you looking like, you feel me? You waiting for somebody to clap, but look, bro. You not gonna be the only nigga thinking like that. That's the thing, bro. So this my solution. If that shit do happen, the most important thing when it happen, the most important thing is gonna be community, bro. So it's like, all we really gonna have is each other. But if we clapping each other,
I'm not clapping niggas. Whoever got wealth, you getting clapped. What you mean? It's survival of the fittest, bro. I'm sorry.
Bro, what if before they was able to bring about the CBDC, the central bank and digital currency, before they did that, right? All the niggas stole the country back. You feel me? Like, the money gone. You feel me? So now we stealing. You feel me? We taking mansions, we taking the White House, we taking everything. You feel me? Like, what you think we would be able to do that type shit and hold this bitch hostage type shit?
Bro.
Cause it ain't no telling how bad it can get. That's the purge that they're talking about.
Yeah, bro.
70%. The movie can't account for what's gonna really happen in a real American purge. You feel me? Niggas is gonna be out this bitch off the fatty, off crack, off nigga. You know how many niggas is, bro? You know how many doctors is done for, bro?
Damn.
Just give it up, bro. Tell him where it's at and get away from him. He running in there. He need all the drugs. Nigga, give it to him or you're done.
And no one's backing you up no more, nigga.
You
They
don't
ain't
have
getting paid to do it. You know?
No, you don't have no money to make. Like, why am I defending the drugs?
True. Why am I even in the hospital?
Why don't I have drugs? Why am I taking drugs? At that point, you feel me? Like, it's like, I don't know if it can, like, how long is the purge gonna last? You feel me?
It's up to them, because like you said, the dollar gonna have no value, then they gonna come with the new shit. Whenever they decide to come with the new shit, that's how long it's gonna last.
At that point, what do you think is going, like, is niggas still gonna be in homes? Like, niggas ain't gonna have paid rent in a while, like,
bro. They be talking about it's a recession coming. This is way bigger than a recession, bro. This is a Great Depression. This might be worse than that.
No, this is beyond. This is the Great Reset.
Like,
bro, 70%, bro. Like, do you know how crazy that is? Like, nigga, Laffy Taffy's gonna be 150. Like,
look, this is my thing, bro. If enough people know it's coming, then we can, like, I mean, everybody ain't gonna just be on some peace shit, but I'm saying, like, the community is gonna be the most important thing. Like, it's gonna take, like, neighborhoods, like certain, like think about the neighborhood you in right now. It's gonna take, like, that whole neighborhood to come together. Like, hey, we gotta hold this shit. Now we protecting ours. I'm gonna grow the fruit, you grow the tomatoes. Like, it's gonna have to be on some that type of shit. Cause ain't no money. Like, we gotta create the value again. Like,
no, that's a fact, bro. But it's gonna be so tough. Cause, like, that's literally the reason they want to ban TikTok. You feel me? They don't want this to get out.
Right.
Who you gonna spread the information? Right. You feel me? This video fuck around get took down when TikTok get banned. You feel me? And they take everything that got TikTok content a part of it. You feel me? They take it down. So it's like at this point, it's hard to spread the message. When niggas hear this message, you feel me? Just because they've been coddled and programmed for so long, and what they really think, like, oh, when I vote for Joe Biden and he make it into the presidency, that's because I voted for him. Like, people really think that dumbass shit, bro. The people that's down there on ground zero, you feel me? They didn't make it to the first floor yet. If they was to hear about this, these niggas would panic and not even know I ain't trying to grow no fruit and be in the community. I'm trying to grab an AK-47
and load that bitch up.
You feel me? Like, niggas is ready to panic right now because they so far. We on the 100th floor type shit. We like, damn, how we gonna get this message down there to these niggas? You feel me? Like, it's like we too far gone type shit. I don't know. Like, I don't want to say it's too late for niggas, but I feel like it's like more so how you said the community, like, take care of your circle type shit, the people that you got near and dear type shit, like, because it ain't gonna be too many. You can't save niggas.
Nah,
at a certain point, you taking away from yourself the more you try to save them.
Man,
what do y'all think is best for a nigga to do? Because I'm not gonna lie, I got cash. I have cash saved up. You feel me? Like,
yeah. But I'll just diverse it, like put it in some crypto, bro.
So put it all in the crypto?
Nah, I wouldn't say that either though, cause I don't know, that's a tricky situation. Cause I was thinking about that too. Like, what should you do with your money if we know it's gonna have no value soon? What should you really do with it?
This is the thing, bro. Last year I was down. First off, I got $9,000 invested into crypto. I was down 2,500 last year, and now I'm down like 14. Cause it been on the rise for.
Yeah, and then it was been on the down forever now.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna lie, like the past month, Dooski. The past month it been on the rise for.
Yeah, bro, I seen Bitcoin was at like 28, bro, for a little bit.
Yeah, almost at 30.
Yeah. I think crypto definitely gonna go back up for sure.
But here's the thing, though. Oh, my fault.
Nah, go ahead.
How can we guarantee that it's gonna happen though? Like, what if the U.S. ain't panicking because they like, shit, we gonna have to find some way to get out of this. Like, even if it takes 900 atomic bombs, like.
Yeah, I mean that's another thing. They done did it before, bro. Like we did, or like we showed at the beginning. We done did the similar things when niggas tried to change the oil. They said nah, we went and bombed them niggas and they switched it back. So,
hey, but China different,
bro, and it's not just China; it's China, Russia. Oh, it's a whole bunch of them.
So
it's like
that's different. We can't bomb them, bro.
Bro, it's like I don't know, bro. Like, it's literally like we was the instigator the whole time, and now it's like they went and got their big brother type.
Yeah, for real. Like, bro, you being a nigga ass too much.
Yeah,
like, all right,
the U.S., bro, was a bully, bro. It was a big bully. Now for me, it's looking slow. The little guy trying to.
This is like the karma.
It's so many little guys. They like teaming up, bro.
Yeah.
That pandemic probably was just a little free trial, like, because bro, all that felt fake, bro. But like that unemployment, all that, bro. If that happens again, man, that's just gonna be
free fucking trial,
man. All right, I want to play this video. I'm gonna have to leave soon, so I'm gonna play this last video.
The internet and social media may never be the same again. Here's why. The Holy Quran says when an unrighteous man brings you news, look carefully into it. With that being said, the United States government is everything but righteous. So let's take a look into why our government may want to ban TikTok. Now, before I get started, let me offer this brief caveat. This is my brother Joshua's own personal opinion on what may be occurring in the near future. After 9/11, there was huge bipartisan support for this bill known as the Patriot Act, which basically allowed the federal government to spy on its own citizens under the guise of protecting everyone from terrorism. Oh, we gonna dig into it a little bit today. The legislation was supposed to expire in 2005, but it conveniently kept getting pushed further out. But then, in March of 2020, Congress couldn't come together to reauthorize it. so many points in the bill expire. Which brings us to the bill they're proposing that would ban TikTok, known as the Restrict Act or Bill S686. However, the Restrict Act would do so much more than just ban TikTok. Check this out real quick. This new bill would be like the Patriot Act on steroids. The Restrict Act would not only allow the federal government to spy on American citizens' activities within their internet usage, it would allow the government to lawfully stop that activity without a moment's notice. Check this out, family. The bill covers hardware technology like modems, routers, home cameras, and virtual tech like VPNs, and bans them if they're used to contact and deal with foreign adversaries. Come on now. So basically the TikTok ban or the Restrict Act is the Trojan horse, allowing the government the power to monitor any activity such as video games, streaming apps, smart thermostats, Ring cameras, pretty much anything that uses the internet, and shut them down if they feel they're unsafe for the public. Make no mistake about it, they want to use this bill to monitor and control the information that's shared on the internet in these social media apps. They want us to only get important information from their sources, Fox News, CNN, C-SPAN, all the other ones. I truly believe this is the case. Want to research this information for yourself? Then just Google Bill HR 1153 and Bill S686. Don't just take my word for it. Look it up for yourself.
Yeah, man. So yeah, that's
It's
my
not
point.
the first time they did that either, bro. They been past it. Shit, when Obama first got to office, they made it legal for the government to lie to us. You feel me? I think it was Operation Mockingbird. They made it legal for them to say propaganda and fabricate news, you feel me, in the media type shit. So this is just the next level to that. They been showed us shit at the moment, at the drop of a hat, nigga, we can declare what we see best fit for America type shit.
Yeah.
Okay, remember when we was posting that controversial shit and it'd be like a disclaimer?
Yeah.
That's like, you know, pretty much all the disclaimer said like, hey, these niggas woke. We don't follow their path, nigga. Like, you know what I mean? Like, pretty much like, don't follow
bro.
these niggas' footsteps
Bro.
or you're gonna get clapped.
And like we seen, bro, half them clips, if not all of them, was from TikTok, bro. And it's like TikTok is like one platform that's not US based, so they can't control it. They can't really tell you what to post and what not to post.
Bro, and I feel like it's like, bro, cause think about it. Are they passing that bill to control what we get to see and deter what they find not appropriate for us to see? But nigga, they already doing that with the algorithms, bro.
Yeah, facts.
You feel me? They controlling, but they trying to make it, and they really gaslighting us into thinking like, oh, that's what you want to see. So I'm just putting it. I'm just giving you what you want to see, type shit. Like, nah, nigga, if I ain't never seen it before, you can't tell me that's what I want to see, type shit.
Exactly.
You feel me? And at that point, if you telling me that this is all I want to see, then everything that you not showing me is what you think I don't want to see. You feel me? But what you not showing me is the shit that's going on in the world. You feel me? That's really affecting niggas, type shit that'll really make the dollar crash and make a nigga's whole life turn upside down, type shit. You feel me? But they already controlling what we seeing through algorithms and shit. You feel me? But this bill would just make it, it'll take it a step beyond that type shit.
The bill gonna make it to where they can shut it down. Not even, they take it way farther. Just on some crazy shit.
Bro, they might turn it to the new currency. Like, nigga, you want to use social media, you got to work for 8 hours first to even unlock your social media account.
Bro, and think about how many people addicted to social media or get their validation from social media.
That's kind of crazy.
Bro, some people will probably be more like they would rather lose the dollar than lose social media.
But with people not understanding, like I don't know, bro. Like by the time they introduce that central currency, bro, I think it's gonna be so much damage done. But there's not gonna be no jobs. Niggas that were rich before are not rich no more, bro.
Bro, that's a good point, bro. What's gonna make you rich? Like, what's gonna replace that void, bro? It's gonna be little shit like having fruit or having vegetables and shit like that.
Bro, it's gonna be little shit like having stamina and having, you feel me, endurance. Nigga, can I stay up? Nigga, can I be quiet? You feel me? Cause bro, if you a loud ass, funny ass, joking ass nigga, slaughter this nigga, bro. Eat this nigga.
No, bro, no.
Go grill
Look,
this
bro.
nigga.
Look, bro. You know how that de-emasculation agenda.
Yeah.
What's gonna be valuable is that being that type of nigga, like being a protector, and like that's what's gonna be valuable.
Yeah.
I feel like it tie in because they don't want niggas like that to be able to stand up for the people or whatever, for their families or whatever.
Yeah, they at this point they don't want you to. Now that's crazy that you brought that up. You feel me? And I wasn't playing around saying that, but I wasn't thinking on the track that you thinking type shit. But that ability to provide for your family, that ability to comfort your family, you feel me?
Protect,
That's
drop
gonna
a
be
nigga
a
if you
big.
got to.
That's gonna be a big, you feel me, valuable thing type shit. Especially when there's no currency to really have value. So you feel me? All them things is gonna be, you feel me, priceless for real. Like it's gonna be beyond valuable because women is not looking at no shit. Children is not looking at some emasculated man for comfort in that situation.
Right.
True.
Not trying to, you feel me?
Nah, kid is seeing you, bro.
What? I can't send you quick, nigga.
Yeah, but what? But what? I'm going with. I'm not going with you, bro. Dad,
This
I mean,
my
not
dad
dad. Kids is gonna tell you immediately, bro. But you don't have it. You're not him, bro. You're not that man. You can't do this. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's kind of crazy, bro. That's really gonna be the real value. The people that are able to, you feel me?
Make shit happen. Get some food from somewhere. Or
Yeah,
drop a
and
nigga
the
that's
people
right
that
there.
can go without it though. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like,
Damn, facts.
shit, if you can't get it, shit, nigga, you're not gonna be the one that's panicking, and you're not gonna be the. Or if you can't get that much, you gonna be the one that shit. I'm gonna give it to my family, and I'm gonna.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say. Like, if you getting for the fam, that's all right. Because if you a nigga can't get it for yourself, ain't no hoes gonna want to. I can't fuck with you, nigga. You can't even get it for yourself. You know what I mean? But like, I got it for the fam.
Hey man, so I gotta leave soon, but I wanna, y'all can keep going if y'all want to, but I gotta dip soon. But I was just gonna say, bro, get you some ammo, get you some food while you can. No cap, bro. Like, do what you can now, cause if for me, we see what's coming. So
Bro, get you natural spring water.
Yeah, bro.
Get you bread. Throw the bread in the freezer. And get you fucking canned good. Canned fruit. I would get canned fruit. They got good mangoes in the can, good pineapples in the can.
Man.
Good pineapple in the can. You feel me? That shit gonna last you. You feel me? However, this shit. And then it's right before the summer. Niggas is looking forward to the summer. Man. They trying to body slam the summer.
But we might have some time, but at the same time, you never know when it's coming, so.
Nigga, that shit could happen, nigga. Bro, I could be out the country when the shit happens, bro. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I already got some shit booked. You feel me? It's a couple months away though. So it's like
can Kiggity?
Huh?
Can Kiggity?
And motherfucking
I
kid.
remember you had told me about that. You know what's funny? Hey, I got a meeting on I'm not gonna say the date because I don't know if they listening, but I'm about to go get my passport too. And it was before even all this. I just want to go somewhere.
Yeah, just go to, you feel me?
Yeah.
Damn, I should have told him, you feel me? Nah, I ain't going till 2026 though, for real. I'll book that bit, you feel me, immediately just in case.
Hey, fuck that nigga Spencer Dinwiddie too, bro. He just did some whole shit.
Nah, fuck that nigga, and fuck that nigga John Morant, even though he got a triple double. Fuck that nigga. Nah, but shout out to that nigga though, cause he did get a triple double. No, that is some shit though. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, DeRozan went crazy.
Yeah, he did.
right, so I'm gonna head out. Y'all gonna keep going or?
Man, that nigga Dinwiddie really a hoe for real, bro. I really can't. I want to.
Yeah, you can keep the stream running for sure. Yeah.
All right, bet. All right, I know what to do. All right, then,
Hold
man.
on. I was about to say, as long as we got the ability to.
Yeah. Wait, Kev, you
Yeah, I can end that bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, man. Y'all be safe out here. Let me lay on this.
We got 2.
All right, then, bro.
All right. I don't know how to lead this bitch.
Yeah,
Jaren Jackson was stupid, bro. But Spencer, motherfucking Dinwiddie, bro.
I didn't have no bets hit today. Not a nary bet. Hey, but it's all good, man. We got 1 minute to get a bet in.
Man, hold on. You try to just make a parlay real quick.
Embiid for 30, James Harden for 10, Shai Gilgeous for 30, KD for 25.
Ooh, what's the odds on that? Oh, that sounds like clean.
Let me see.
That sound good.
I think that's green, bro.
Nah, no cap. Embiid do for bro. He playing the Bucks. Like if he don't get 30, he ass.
30.
I ain't gonna beat you. If he fuck us up, Jokic MVP, bro. And I'm gonna make sure that nigga get 1,000 votes from me, bro. I swear to God.
Off of my back. I'm going to pay for me to have 1,000 votes, nigga, because I'm
Hey, we could even throw Brunson. Brunson might fuck around and go crazy. Because look, he's playing the Knicks with no Randall, no Kyle Kuzma on the Wizards, and no Porzingis.
He might drop 50.
I gotta go.
I was about to say he might
When do they
snap.
play? When do they play?
They about to play at 6. Oh fuck!
Damn.
Never mind. That game just started. Fuck.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's why, bro.
I didn't even peep it with 6, bro.
Hold on, bro. I'm about to still try to get it off, bro. I'm sick. Hold on, they giving me till 6:11. Damn, Denny Avdia. I'm about to go Denny Avdia.
For the 20 ball. Oh, Kispert might snap too. He's bro because it's not too.
Kispert. Ooh,
It's
three.
not too. Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'm about to get him for 2 threes, 3 threes, maybe.
Quentin Grimes been going crazy with the threes too. Oh, he's negative. Also, it's
Damn,
Kispert.
they got these niggas negative.
My
they
shit is
locked it
closed.
fucking
I'm
up.
sick.
Damn, watch all that shit hit. Kispert for 3 threes, Brunson for 25.
Austin Reeves might snap tonight.
Austin fucking Riggedy.
He's plus for 20. Ooh, D'Lo is too though. That's scary, bro.
Yeah, because it's like it could be either one of you niggas. I like what's D'Lo assist? He be off and on though, bro. It's like if they want
I swear, bro. Like back in the day, you could hit Bron for 30 and that was a smooth one, but now you can't do that no more.
Yeah, it's a tough body.
He's plus 190 too, which is crazy.
30 ball.
Yeah. Oh, hey, he had a 48 piece on the Rockets.
Oh, but you know why? You know why I like KD for 25?
Why? You
Remember
playing
I-
OKC?
Yeah. Rude, bro. Oh shit. Oh, we still doing a live, bro. We gotta cut this bitch off right quick.
Oh yeah.
Cut this bitch off.
I got you.